Okay, I'm here with the two creators, Layman and Guillory. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you guys. Chu was recently introduced into Czech Republic.
Yep.
Can you introduce the series for the new reader who didn't pick it up?
It's a dark comedy about a detective who gets psychic impressions from what he eats. So he goes to crime scenes and has to nibble on dead bodies and gross things in order to solve crimes.
And while it started in Czech, it's coming to an end in the United States.
Yes.
What do you plan for the big finale?
Well, we're doing a double-sized issue, issue 60, and wraps everything up. I mean, it's always been conceived as a novel with a finite, shelf life, and we said we'd go 60 issues, and now we have.
And did anything change since you started?
Little things, but nothing major.
Okay. And Rob, can you describe me how you draw a page?
I'm pretty old school how I do it. I mean, everything starts with a thumbnail, which is just a little tiny, seed that I kind of shape into a full page. So it starts with a thumbnail, then goes directly into pencils, and then from pencils to inks, and from inks, scan it in and finish coloring it in Photoshop.
And guys, who's your favorite Chu character?
Tony the sister.
I think John Kobe is probably my favorite.
And why?
Oh, well, Kobe's just, he's a loose cannon. I mean, he's kind of, and he's kind of the lovable scoundrel. Like, he's just kind of a bad guy, but kind of, like, you just love him. But yeah, he's my guy.
And why sister?
Most of the people in Chu are kind of jerks, and she's the one kind of genuinely, I think, good-hearted person. And then she befalls a tragic fate, which makes her, makes her story even sadder, makes it more poignant.
Rob, I want to ask you, there have been several issues where characters are on drug or hallucinating. How strict was the script?
John's scripts are never very strict. Usually, he'll have John's got a really good visual sense, so he'll kind of lay out kind of like how he pictures it. But he always kind of has the, the little note of like, if you can think of a better way to do this, then you go ahead and do that. Usually, especially with the hallucinogenic stuff, it's always really, really open. So it's always just us screwing around and kind of, coming up with whatever crazy thing we can come up with. It's pretty loose.
Okay, and there's a lot of running jokes through the Chu, like Poyo, like Colby sleeping with the boss. What's your favorite?
I think my favorite was seated in where Caesar and Tony the sister kept recognizing each other, and I know I've seen you somewhere, and then we pay it off, and that was my favorite. I think the most effective kind of gag.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite too. Yeah.
And is it hard for you to kill some character?
It was hardest for me to kill Tony. I made her as likable as possible, and after I killed her, I knew I could kill anybody. And now with the series written, a lot of people die at the end, and I had to kill them.
So far, I'm only at the issue 50, so
yeah,
a lot of that is coming.
Yes, a lot of death and destruction is on the way before the end.
Okay, and Mr. Layman, I would like to also ask, several of your Batmans were released in Czech.
Oh,
What can you say about that series?
They handed me the keys to the Cadillac. I never expected to write Batman, and so I just wanted to play with as many awesome Batman toys as I could. So I tried to make a very I tried to use as many iconic villains as I could and put them into kind of like classic animated series kind of adventures.
And you tried to introduce new Penguin villain.
Yeah.
Did that character stick around, or?
Well, no, because I didn't stick around. I had plans. I wanted to take the villains I'd been introducing and have them team up on Batman, but circumstances took me off the book, and I wasn't able to complete my long-term plan.
Because like when I was reading the Emperor Penguin, I like seemed it ended too shortly. That was because of the DC.
Yeah, he was supposed to come back, and then I got pulled off detective, and it wasn't any fault of mine. It wasn't. I didn't get fired, but they just basically said, you know, every so often we have to refresh to keep numbers up. So we're going to put you on this book and have someone else on detective. I'm like, damn, you know, I didn't get to Emperor Penguin. On the other hand, I can always come back, you know, and hopefully I will.
Okay. Now I would like to ask you, Rob. I saw that you draw several like annuals or series for Marvels.
Yeah.
Do you plan anything big since Chew is ending?
That's something we're kind of filling out. I mean, I think ideally, I think we would love to do something at Marvel or DC. That's, you know, an iconic character that we just basically get to screw around with. So I could see it happening, but nothing solid yet.
Okay, so you don't have any big project coming up?
Not yet.
We're just trying to finish Chew.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has been an 8-year project, so now that we're wrapping that, I know I, for one, am going to take a big nap and just kind of recharge, and then come back with something else.
Okay, I think that's it. Thank you very much for the interview. And
do you guys have Comic Cons in Czech Republic?
just the small ones.
Well, get them bigger and then invite us.
That would write a Czech publisher that you want to come and...
We need to get more than 5 issues in print.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.